Okay, so a very good evening to all my dear students and all the viewers who are watching this session on Python programming, the 7th lecture on Python programming. And today we are going to study about mutability, immutability and object reuse. So today we are taking a break from Python functions and we are going to study a different topic, mutability, immutability and object reuse. And the reason behind this break is that actually it's not a break. In Python functions we have to study the topic that how to pass mutable and immutable objects to Python functions. Okay, what happens when you pass mutable and immutable objects to Python functions. But in order to understand that, you first need to understand that what is meant by mutable, what is meant by immutable objects in detail. Then only you can understand those things. Okay, so we are going to discuss first these two topics today, these three topics today, and then we will switch back to functions and we will see how these topics are useful in context of functions. Okay, so let me start. I hope you remember in the previous class we studied about these things, mutability, immutability, but we will recall it. We will study all these things in detail. Okay, so let me start. So you know that immutable objects are those objects for which once you have created an object, once you have created an immutable object, you cannot make change into it, you cannot modify it. If you try to modify it, if you want to change its value, then it cannot be done in the same object. A new object will be created and all those changes will be reflected in that particular new object. For example, suppose you when you write a equal to 10, okay, so what actually happens is that a new object, this memory location 10, this object 10 will be pointed by this reference variable a. Okay, so what, let me explain it to you diagrammatically what actually happens. Okay, so when you write a equal to 10, then this object 10, this memory location having value 10 is pointed by this particular reference variable a. Okay, now what happens if I try to change this value? What happens if I write a equal to 11? So previously a was 10, now I'm trying to modify it. I want to modify the value of this object 10 and I want to make it 11. So what will happen? Will this change be reflected in the same memory location or a different object will be created? So since an integer is an immutable object, so a new memory location, a new object will get created and this object will hold the value 11, and now instead of pointing to 10, a will now point to 11. So this is what will happen if you do a equal to 11. So that is what I was trying to say, that the previous object, the object which was holding the value 10 will not get modified to 11, but instead a new object having value 11 will get created and a will now start pointing to 11. Okay, a will now start pointing to this new object. So this is applicable to all the immutable objects, all the immutable data types. And let me tell you that all the fundamental data types in Python are immutable. For example, int, okay, boolean, then string, okay, then float and complex. Okay, so all these fundamental data types in Python are immutable in nature. Okay, for example, you just saw that a is equal to 10, so a was an integer type of variable, an integer type of variable, and it was of it is immutable in nature. And the same holds for boolean also, same holds for string data type also, same holds for float also, and for complex also. Now let's understand this thing programmatically. Okay, so now I'm going to write this program that I hope you remember that in order to check the address of the object, you use id of that particular object. So in this case, id of a will give the address of this particular reference variable a, address of the object. Okay, so let me demonstrate the same what I have just demonstrated you through the diagram through this particular program. Okay, so now I do print id of a. Okay, and when you do id of a, so it will give you the address of this particular object a. Okay, so let me run it and see what it gives. So it is giving a particular address for this particular object having value 10 or for this particular reference variable a, whatever you may say. Okay, now what happens if you change the value of 11? of change the value of a. Now you make it 11. So what will happen? That now if you check the address of reference variable a, then it will be a different address. Okay, it will be a different address because the modification in same place is not permitted. Previously this particular memory address was holding 10, now you are trying to modify it to 11, so it will not happen in the same place, it will not happen in the same memory location, but instead a different object will get created. Okay, and same you can see here also that previously the address of the object of the reference variable was 72 at this 1532 and in the end 72, but when you make it a equal to 11, then the address gets changed to 1532155088, which is different from the previous one. Now let me check it for the other variables also, like for example boolean. So a equal to true and a equal to false. So when you change a from true to false, then what will happen? Again the address will be changed. Again you can see, okay, let me run it again, and you can see that the address of these two are different. Okay, now the same holds for float type of values also. So let me take it 10.5 and then take it 11.5, and in these two cases also, in this case also, the address, these two addresses will be different. Okay, even for string type of variables also, like a equal to, let me take Python, and then let me take it again as Python. Okay, and let me not Python, let me take a different variable, Python programming. Okay, and then check their addresses, and you can see that when you are trying to change from Python to Python programming, when you are trying to change the values, it will not happen in place. Okay, it will, that is also called in place. When you are trying to change in the same memory location, then that is called in place. So in place changing is not permitted in case of immutable objects. Okay, so whenever you are trying to modify the value of a particular object, it will not happen in the same memory location, it will not happen in the same object, a different object will be created. Let me check it for complex numbers also. So a, suppose 10 plus 20j, and let me change its value. For example, I want to change this object to 10 plus 30j. Okay, so again these two addresses will be different. Okay, so let me run this, and you can see that these two addresses are different. So this is what meant by immutable objects. That, let me repeat the definition again, that immutable data types are those data types that can never change their values in place. Okay, so that's it about immutable objects. I will come to it again when I will discuss object reuse. Okay, so okay, let's discuss the next topic, that is mutable type of objects, and these are quite different from immutable data types in the sense that they can change their values in place. Okay, so you know, I hope you remember that list, set, dictionary. Okay, so list, then set and dictionary, all these are mutable data types. Okay, so mutable meaning that unlike immutable data types, now in place changing is permitted. You can change the values of mutable data types in place. Okay, so let me first consider a to be a list. For example, I am taking a is equal to 10, 20, 30, and now suppose I am trying to modify value of a0. Okay, so I am trying to modify it to 15, and now check whether the ID remains same or not. Okay, so let me run this, and you can see that the address remains the same. So that is what I was trying to say about mutable objects, that when you change the value of mutable data type, still its address will remain the same, which is different from what you just saw in the case of immutable objects. Okay, okay, so let's check in the case of dictionary also. So suppose I am declaring a dictionary 1, and then I am saying Python. Okay, and then suppose I am trying to change it to 1 comma Python and 2 comma programming. Okay, so suppose I want to change a1 to Python programming. Okay, so now Python programming, and if I do this, then the two addresses will be same. I am trying to change this particular key value pair 1 colon Python, and instead of Python I want to make the value corresponding to key 1 equal to Python programming. Okay, so even if you modify it, even if you make some changes into it, the address will remain the same. So you can see that these two addresses are same. It is at the end 24, at the end 24. these two are same. Okay, so that is what meant by mutable data types, that these are those data types in which in place changing is allowed, that is whose values can be changed in place, okay, without changing the memory location, without changing the memory address. Okay, so even if you change the values of a mutable type, a new object will not be created. Okay, so I hope you got the concept of mutable and immutable type of objects. Now let's discuss something about is operator and double equal to operator. Again, I had discussed these two operators in the previous class also, but let me discuss it again for the sake of discussion. That suppose if you declare a equal to 10 and you want to check the address of the reference variable a, if you want to check the address of the object 10, then how you will do it? That you will do id of a. We just now saw it. Now let me tell you that suppose I do b equal to 20, okay, and now let me check the address of b. Okay, sorry, so let me check the address of b. Okay, now there are two variables, one is and one is double equal to. Okay, so let's first discuss about is operator. So what is actually does is that it checks whether address of two reference variables are same or not. For example, you now know that these a and b will be pointing to two different objects, one object holding the value 10 and another object holding the value 20. So these a and b, these reference variable a and b are not pointing to the same objects, but instead they are pointing to different objects. So what if you do a is b? What if you do a is b? It will be false, because the addresses of reference, listen very carefully, that this will be false because the address of reference variables a and b are not same. Okay, so you can see that this is false. It is giving you the address of a, reference variable a, or the object 10, and it is also giving you the address of the reference variable b or the object 20, and you can see that since these two are not same, it is giving value equal to false. Okay, now there is another thing, that is double equal to, okay, which is also a relational operator, and if you do a double equal to b, it will check relation between, it is concerning the value. Okay, so double equal to basically checks value, whether the values are same or not, whereas is checks where the addresses are same or not. Okay, so this is the difference between these two operators. Now let me check. So this must come false because a is not equal to b. The value of a and b are different. So let me run this, and you can see that these, again it is false, because so their addresses are different and their values are also different. Okay, but now okay, so there is one more concept that I would like to discuss you, that what happens when you write suppose a equal to 10 and then you write b equal to a. Okay, so what happens when you write like this? Okay, so let me demonstrate this to you diagrammatically, that Python does optimization. Okay, it does not always create new objects. Okay, it does not always create new object. First it searches whether this 10 is available or not. If it is already available, then it is not going to create a new object. Okay, so here you can see that what we have written is b equal to a. So what will happen, that b will also start pointing to the same memory location, that is the one of the object 10. Okay, so b also will now start pointing to 10. So when you write b, then what will happen, that another variable b will also start pointing, another reference variable b will also start pointing to the same memory location. Okay, and this happens in every case, whether it is immutable, whether it is mutable. Okay, so the addresses of a and b, if you write a b equal to, okay, then addresses of these two reference variables will always be equal, irrespective of which data type you are talking about, whether it is mutable or immutable, always the addresses of reference variables will be same. Okay, so let me write this, that if you write like this, then the addresses of a and b will always be same. Okay, irrespective of which data type you are talking about. Okay, so let me demonstrate this to you, that if I do this and then you check the IDs of A and B. Okay, so you check the ID of A and you check the ID of B also, and then see what you get. And another way, you just saw that you can do what? A is B. If you do A is B, then it will always be true because their addresses will be same. So let me run this. You will get same addresses for A as well as B, and this value will always be true. Okay, so you can see that these two are having the same value, and this A is B is returning true because their memory addresses are same. Even if you do A equal to B, then also it will give you the same value. Okay, because these two values are also same and their addresses are also same. Now this is valid for any kind of data, whether it is mutable or whether it is immutable. For example, in this case also, so this will be same and the values are also same, their addresses are also same. Let me show it for you for the Boolean type of variables, and you can see that again it is true and true. And let me show it for the complex type also. Okay, so again this will be true, this will be equal, their addresses will be same. Let me make it a list. Okay, so let me take a mutable type of data, and again this will hold true, that the memory addresses of A and B will be same and their values will also be same. Let me take a dictionary, and again it will hold true. Okay, so this is your dictionary, and you can see that again it is true, their addresses are same. Okay, so this was something about mutability. So till now we have discussed three things. We have discussed about what are immutable, mutable objects. Okay, then we also discussed about is operator and double equal to operator, what are their meanings, and then we discussed about this A equal to B, that what is its meaning, what will happen if you write like this, whether a new object will get created or the reference variable will start pointing to the existing object. So I told you that no new object will be created in this case, but instead this reference variable B will start pointing to the same object as A, the same object to which the reference variable A was pointing, and no new object will be created. So this is what we have seen till now, and this will be valid for all kind of data, whether it is mutable or immutable. Okay, so now let's start another topic, and that is object reusability. Okay, now so till now what you had seen, that for example if you are writing A equal to 10 and you are writing B equal to 20, and if you print the addresses of A and B, then they will be different. Okay, they should be different because they must be different because you are taking different objects. This is a different object 10 and this is a different object having value 20. So different objects are getting created because you are using different values. But what if you assign same value to B also? Okay, now this is a very important topic, and listen it very carefully, because this is going to be very useful for all your upcoming topics. And what we are studying now is the topic object reuse. Okay, or reusability of the Python objects. Okay, so now this A is your integer type of variable having value equal to 10, and B is also an integer type of variable having value equal to 10. And now the question is that whether a different memory location will be created, whether a different object will be created, or both A and B will be pointing to the same object. Okay, so let me run this and see what output it gives, and you can see that these two are same. Okay, so let me write the theory first, that all the fundamental data types, okay, all the fundamental data types, okay, except complex support object reuse. Okay, so object reuse means that if you are declaring a new reference variable having an existing value, having the same value as a previously existing object, then the new object will not be created, but instead it will be pointing to the existing object only. For example, so let me demonstrate it. Okay, so there are two situations, so just don't be confused. If you write A and B will point to the same object, same memory location, which is having value 10. And if you write, suppose B equal to 10, then also B will point to the same memory location, same object having value equal to 10. So this is called object reuse, that even in this case also, even if you write B equal to 10, then a new object will not get created, but instead this B will be pointing to the same object, that is 10. And this is called object reuse. Okay, so let me demonstrate it to you through a program, and then you will understand. Okay, and let me take another variable and let me write C equal to A. Now the question is that what will be the addresses of A, B and C, whether they will be same or not. Of course their addresses will be same, because this will be same, the address of C and A will be same. That now you have understood already, because they will be pointing to the same object 10. And even if you do B equal to 10, so now you are writing B equal to 10, then B will be also pointing to the same object which is having value equal to 10. Okay, so if let's try to print the addresses of A, B and C. Okay, so let me print the values of A, B and C, and let's see what output you get. And you can see that all these three are same. All these three, the ID of A, the ID of B and the ID of C, all are same. Okay, so this is called object reusability, but just keep this in mind that object reusability holds. Okay, so this is actually demonstrating object reusability. Okay, this is demonstrating object reusability, and let me tell you that this is valid for all fundamental data types except complex numbers. So let me make it 10.5 and B also 10.5. So again, the values of A and B are the same, so no new object will be created. It supports the concept of object reusability. So the addresses of A, B and C all will be same. So it is valid in the case of float also. And let me make it boolean. Okay, and check what happens. So let me make it true and this one also true. Okay, so you can see that all these addresses are same even in case of boolean also. And let me make it a string. Okay, so let me make it Python, and this also as Python. Okay, so again you know that since this is a fundamental data type, string data type which supports object reusability, so all these addresses will be same. The address of A and C will be same, and the address of A and B will be same. Okay, so all of them are pointing to the same object. But what if you take a complex type of object? Okay, so let me make it a complex type of object, and let me make it equal to suppose 5 plus 10 J, and let me make B also equal to 5 plus 10 J. So now the addresses of A and C will be same, that you already know that since we have written C equal to A, so A and C will be pointing to the same object. But now even though, listen very carefully, even though the value of A and B are same, A and B will not be pointing to the same object. Okay, they are now different objects. So this complex number does not support object reusability. Okay, so let me show you the addresses. So you can see that the address of A and C are same, but A and B are different. You can check like this also, because now you know the meaning of is operator. So let me write like this, that A is B, so this will be false because the addresses of A and B are not same, but the addresses of A and C will be same because we have written C equal to A. So they both will be pointing to the same memory location. Okay, so even though this will return false, this A is C will be true, and this is true in every case. In case of all the either it is mutable or immutable, that I have already shown to you. Okay, but this complex number does not support reusability. So even if you have declared B with the same value equal to 5 plus 10J, the value of A and B the addresses of A and B will not be same. Okay, so you can see that A is B is false, but A is C is true. Okay. Now what about other immutable data types? Okay, so what about a tuple? Okay, what if I take a tuple? So whether tuple supports object reusability or not, let me check. Okay, and let me tell you that tuple, except these fundamental data types that I just mentioned you, others do not support object reusability. Okay, so even though you have mentioned the same values, different objects will be created. Okay, so again here addresses of this does not support. So let me write here, does not support object reusability. Okay, so here tuple will also not support object reusability. So the this A is B will be false, that is addresses of A and B will be different, whereas addresses of A and C will be same. Okay, so you can see that A is B is false, whereas A is C is true, for the reason that I have already explained to you. Okay, now what if you take a list, that is if you take a mutable type of object, then what happens? So let me take like this. Okay, so again all the mutable data type objects do not support object reusability. None of the object, even though you take the same value, it will not support, it will not use the same object, it will instead create a different object, even though you are declaring that particular reference variable with the same value. Okay, so in that case also it will create a different object. Okay, so let me run this, and you can see that A is B is false, whereas A is C is true. Okay, so A is B, this is what matters to us. This you already know why C equal to A is giving you true, because A and C will always be pointing to the same memory location irrespective of the data type that you are discussing. But here A and B, since these are mutable data types, list is a mutable data type, so the addresses of A and B will be different even though their values are same, because mutable objects do not support object reusability. Okay, so let me write this rule, that which of the data types support object reusability. So object reusability is supported by int, it is supported by string, it is supported by float, it is supported by bool. Okay, but it is not supported by object reusability. Okay, this is supported by, and then object reusability not supported by. Okay, so object reusability not supported by complex, that we have already seen. Then tuple and all mutable. Okay, let me write here, all mutable data types. Okay, so object reusability is supported by int, string, float and boolean. So these fundamental data types support object reusability, meaning, again listen it very carefully, what is object reusability? That if you declare two objects with the same value, then their addresses will be same, that is object reusability. Okay, and what is meant by not supporting object reusability? That even though you declare two objects with the same value, their addresses will be different. Okay, for example, in the case of complex, tuple and all mutable data types, even though you declare them with the same value, their addresses will be different, and I have demonstrated this for all these data types. Okay, all these data types that I have written here. Okay, so I hope this concept of object reusability is clear to you. Okay, I have written these things here also, but just for the sake of demonstration, I have demonstrated it here, and I have written all these things here also. Okay, so let me conclude, so before concluding, let me tell you that actually, okay, so Python is basically a REPL tool, that is read, evaluate, print and loop tool, meaning by that it is not a standard platform like PyCharm and Spider. Okay, so what we have seen till now, that all the default fundamental data types, for example int, float, bool, string, support object reusability. So all these concepts are, although true, although valid, but sometimes ideally might show different behavior. Okay, so sometimes it might not show the behavior as expected. Sometimes these concepts might not hold true in the case of ideally. Okay, but just keep this in mind that what we have seen today, what all these concepts that we have studied today, okay, all these are valid concepts, and they are perfectly valid on the standard platforms like PyCharm and Spider. But since IDL is a REPL tool, it is fine for running small programs, for executing small programs. Okay, so but it is not actually a standard platform, so sometimes it might show different behavior. Okay, but need not to worry about that. Okay, so before concluding the lecture, let me summarize what we saw today. And we started with mutable and immutable objects, and I told you that immutable objects or immutable data types are those data types which cannot change their values in place. If you try to change value of an immutable object, then a new object with the changed value will get created. Okay, but in case of mutable data types, modifications are perfectly fine. You can modify them, you can make modification, and still the address of the object will remain same. That is, no new object will be created even if you try to make a change in a mutable object. Okay, then we studied about is operator and double equal to operator, and I told you that is operator is basically used to check whether two reference variables are having same address or not, whether two reference variables are pointing to same object or whether they are pointing to different object. That can be checked using is operator. And then I told you about double equal to operator, which is a relational operator, and it is used to check whether value of two reference variables are same or not, whether values of two objects are same or not. Okay, then we came to the concept of object reusability, and I demonstrated you that all the fundamental data types excluding complex data types support object reusability, meaning by that if you declare two objects with same value, then if you declare two, for example, I will just tell you here. So if you are creating two reference variables a and b, but they are meant to store same value, that is 10, then the addresses of a and b will be same. It is because integers support object reusabilities. Okay, so all the fundamental data types except complex support object reusability that we saw today, and you can check it for all the fundamental data types, and you will find that in all those cases the addresses of a and b will be same if they are meant to store same value, if they are meant to point to the object having same value. Okay, and then I told you about that this ideally is a REPL tool, and sometimes it might show different behaviors, but otherwise it is okay. And whatever we have studied till now, it is perfectly valid for standard platforms like PyCharm and Spider. Okay, but before closing this session, I would like to do a program so as to demonstrate all the concepts that we have seen today. So just consider this program, and the fact that I'm trying to show you, just let me write here that print whether id of whether a is b, then let's check whether c is d, and let's check whether a is e and whether c is f. Okay, so let's check the output of this program, and I can take one more variable g equal to say 13, and then let me check whether a is g or not. Okay, so let's see what is the output of this program. This will conclude everything we have learned today. So that's why I'm giving you this program. So you can see that here I am asking whether address of a and b is same or not. So you can see that both a and b are storing same value, and just now I told you that integers are fundamental data types that support object reusability. Okay, so if you declare two integers with the same value, then their addresses will be same, so the output of a is b will be true. Okay, then okay, let me add one more thing here, and let me make h equal to a tuple 2, 3, and I equal to another tuple with the same value 2, 3, and let me check whether h is I or not. Okay, so that's it. I won't make any further modification. Now coming to the second one, whether C is D or not. Okay, so I told you that the list data type, all the mutable data types do not support object reusability. Okay, so the output of this will be false. Okay, the address of C and D will be different. Then now coming to E and A, I told you that whenever you do like this, whenever you write like this, then E and A both will point to the same object, and so their addresses, irrespective of the data type, they will point to the same object, so the output of this will be true. Now coming to the fourth one, whether C is F or not. So again you check C is a list, and again you are doing F equal to C. So again, because of the same reason, both C and F will point to the same memory location. Okay, so again C is F will be true. Now coming to A is G or not. So here you can see that A and G are meant to store different values. Okay, so since since A is pointing to 12 and G will be pointing to 13, they are pointing to completely different locations. Okay, so this will be false. Okay, since both A and G are integers, they are immutable data types, and they are pointing to different memory locations. They are storing different values, so they will be pointing to different objects, different memory locations. Hence the output of A is G will be false. Okay, now the last one, H and I, you can see, very important, that they are storing same value. Okay, but you know that tuple does not support object reusability. Okay, so you know very well that all the mutable objects and then tuples and then complex data types do not support object reusability. Okay, so tuple does not support object reusability, hence the addresses of H and I will be different, even though they are storing same value. Okay, so the output of this will be false. So let's run this program and see if we are getting the desired output or not. Let me save it, and you can see the output here. It is exactly what we had expected. Okay, so A is B is true, then C is D is false, A is E is true, C is F again true, A is G is false, and H is I is false. Okay, so I will stop at this point, and tomorrow I will give you some exercise based on immutable and mutable data types and object reusability, and then we will move to the next topic, that is passing mutable and immutable objects to the Python functions. Okay, so thank you very much, and stay safe, take preventive measures, and let's meet in the next session. Thank you.